Everybody, Pink Camera Magic here. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, this is an audit that I did at a hospital where they were doing mass casualty drills. Now I want you to take a look at the date of these articles. This is November of 2019, well before the pandemic started. Now while I'm here, you're going to see that there's a lot of the press here, a lot of news outlets, KSAT for instance, and they're all fine to sit there and record and do their articles, but they singled me out and told me that I had to leave, saying that it was a privacy and a HIPAA issue, ironically. But check out this video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments.
If you saw several EMS and first responder crews handling dozens of patients today at area hospitals, it was just a drill, but it's an important drill. Today, STRAC, the Southwest Texas Regional Advisory Council, ran its annual mass casualty exercise and evaluation. Sarah Acosta spoke with organizers at Baptist Medical Center on how this gets them ready for the future.
Who is turning blue? Okay, if you're turning blue, come this way.
Dozens of mock patients with flu-like symptoms filed into Baptist Medical Center. It's part of the Southwest Texas Regional Advisory Council's, or STRAC's, annual mass casualty drill. Today's drill, a mass pandemic influenza, where almost all hospitals across the STRAC region, from San Antonio to Del Rio, participated.
We want to make sure that we're practicing that regularly so that during an actual event we're prepared, and that way we can help save lives.
Angela Lopez with STRAC says last year's drill involved a mass shooting. This year's drill is a response to the H1N1 virus outbreak from 2009 and 2017.
We picked pandemic influenza because it hadn't been tested in a while, and so we recognize that as a gap. We want to make sure that our hospitals and EMS is prepared.
There are about 700 volunteers taking part in this mass drill today. The group that's here at Baptist Medical Center, the majority of them are from Health Careers High School who have an interest in going into the medical field.
Bed capacity is always stressful, and then finding alternate places in your hospital to place patients when you have a situation like this.
Kristen Lemus, the chief nurse executive within the Baptist Health System, says the drills help identify the areas their staff needs to improve on so they are ready for a real-life event.
Really, when we have these drills, it stresses our system, and so it gives us an opportunity to know where our weaknesses are and where our strengths are.
Sarah Acosta, KSAT 12 News.
Good morning, everyone. Pink Camera Magic here. I'm at the Baptist Medical Center in downtown San Antonio, and today I'm going to record a infectious disease outbreak drill that they have planned here for today at 9:30. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so I'm going to walk around the hospital just to sort of check things out before this thing starts, but I thought this was cool. Little footprints to show you like where the emergency room area is. So that's where I am. So I'm going to look around, I'm going to see what's going on. There's going to be, I don't know if there's going to be actors or if it's going to be like medical personnel involved in this. I'm really not sure. I mean, I guess I'm assuming it's medical personnel because they're the ones who have to learn how to react to an emergency viral infectious disease outbreak. So we'll see what happens. Alright, we got some vehicles here. It looks like we have KSAT TV, which, you know, I found this story on the news, so we're gonna go ahead and cover it as well. You know, the First Amendment lets anyone be the media, so whether you have a fancy truck like this or if you're on foot with a cell phone, it's our duty and our right to record these things because they're matters of public interest.
Wash your hands. I mean, cover your mouth when you cough and wash your hands. I would say that's the biggest, you know, what we see is that when flu does occur, it usually happens in our schools. And then children go home and they get everybody else sick within the family. So it's, you know, teaching good hand hygiene and making sure that you cover your mouth. If you have a cough, you cover your mouth. Thank you. All right. Thank you. I hope that was okay. Exactly what our... I probably won't eat that. Okay, good. Okay, good. That's all I need. I don't even need that much.
Sorry, you can't do cameras and pictures and stuff out here.
I can't?
No, because of patients and stuff.
That's not true. Not because of patients. I mean, you're letting them here.
It's a HIPAA thing.
It's not HIPAA.
I would really appreciate it if you put it away.
Oh, okay,
Thank
sorry.
you very much.
First Amendment, I'm going to be here. I'm going to record like everyone else. Yeah, they're trying to get rid of me. But these guys can be here with their cameras, but apparently I can't be here with mine. And then he's trying to quote HIPAA. Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, these are the actors.
Anybody in this line that is your relative or anybody that...
Oh, I'm not answering questions. I just want to record. What's your name, sir? Mr. Mohammed? Dr. Mohammed? Eric? You don't have a last name?
No, ma'am. I need to ask you to go ahead and step off property. You don't have permission to be on the in
This
the
is
hospital.
sidewalk.
You don't have. This is not the sidewalk. This is hospital property.
All right, I'll go over there and record. You said HIPAA is the reason?
Off the property, please.
That's bullshit because
Off the
HIPAA's
property,
for
please, ma'am.
employees.
Off the property, please.
This is a sidewalk right here. Don't you understand what the First Amendment is? You know what the First Amendment is? So I can't have a camera? Well, you know what? I don't give a shit. It's the First Amendment. I'm in public. I don't need consent in public. No offense, sir. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. I'm just saying to you and you who are quoting bogus HIPAA laws that don't apply to me.
I don't agree with you.
Well, I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
Okay, then that's harassment.
It's not harassment. You came up to my camera. What are you talking about?
I don't want you to take my picture.
I don't care. Well, don't. Well, you're applying for my YouTube channel right now by just coming up here and walking in front of my camera. Are you kidding me? If you don't, there's cameras everywhere. If you don't want to be on camera, don't walk up to my phone. Period.
Female. She's wearing black pants, pink shirt, gray hoodie, and she's got a coach bag.
Hey guys, what's going on? So I'm over here recording the drill, and me among other people with cameras, mind you, all these news outlets here. And I got this security guard who doesn't know what HIPAA laws are, and this guy who I don't know if he's an actor or a real doctor, giving me issues. I think they called the cops for something that's First Amendment protected. Apparently they singled me out for recording when there's cameras everywhere recording this event. So here I am. I just figured I should go live on this one. You know, first he said I can't be here because of HIPAA laws, but then there's other cameras everywhere. There's cameras, look, there's cameras up there, there's cameras there, there's cameras everywhere. All right, so obviously he doesn't know what the HIPAA laws are, who they apply to. I'm at the Baptist Medical Center, downtown San Antonio. So I think they called the cops on me. In fact, I'm pretty sure they did. But of course they didn't call the cops on anyone else, so we had a little bit of a verbal exchange. So I figured I should go live. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I got this security card. What I'm doing here is I'm recording a drill that they're having for infectious diseases and how to respond to it that I saw on the news. And so I'm here recording. I was here with these news outlets who are actually in the hospital, but I got singled out. And so these asked me, oh, here comes the cops right here. It's ridiculous. I think they're just driving by. I don't know what's going on. But focusing on what they're supposed to be doing, they're focused on me recording, as well as other people. Yeah, there's the cop. So they're going to waste resources. So we shall see what happens. But I figured I should go live on this. Sorry I have a hard time reading your responses. I apologize. Hopefully he knows what's up. He's kind of going off in the side. I don't want to interrupt what's going on here with the drill. Right, I know that. He obviously doesn't know what the HIPAA laws are, where they apply, how they don't apply to a civilian on the sidewalk. That's that. Thanks for joining me, guys. Please stay tuned. You know, they called the police on me. So for those of you who are just joining now, what happened is I'm over here recording this drill. These are all actors. And they're about to do a drill for infectious diseases and stuff, and like if there's some kind of a outbreak. And what happened is, as I was sitting here recording along with KSAT News and Spectrum News and everything like that, they singled me out. First they went and they asked if I was with them, and the lady said no. So they came over to me and said I can't record because I'd be violating HIPAA, et cetera, et cetera. I corrected him on that. And then another doctor came up in my face and was like, he don't consent to anything. See, there's the San Antonio cop. He's leaving now. And I said, you know, he said, I don't consent. And he kept getting in my face saying, I don't want to be recorded. And I kept telling him that, well, you stop coming up to my camera then. So that's what happened. And so now I'm just in here waiting. They called the police. The police officer came over there, and they're walking over here now. So I just want to get my footage. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, it looks like the cop came, and I think he's leaving because he probably told them, I'm assuming, that it's a First Amendment issue, and as long as I'm not creating any problems, I mean, I can only assume that's what happened. So let me try to read some of your comments, y'all. Sorry, I can't read your comments. So I'm going to come over here and record these guys. That's the guard right there who made the big issue. Yeah, the cop left. So this guy, he's got his undies in a bunch. I don't know what he's up to. So, sorry, I can't see your comments for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know why the comments aren't showing. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this live stream. But I figured I would keep y'all in the loop. But stay tuned. Maybe hit the bell if you want a notification, if you want to see what's going on. If I have to go live again, I will. So thank you all. I appreciate you very much. All right, y'all, I just went live. I'm going to try to put some of that footage in there, but now we've got the people walking, so I'm going to follow these guys. All right, these are the actors again, and I think they're gonna start maybe doing something. I'm not sure. So I'm taking most of this is going to be done indoors. So that's that. I don't know what I'm going to witness, but I'm going to hang around for a little while, see if I